Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to recognize the moderator of this morning's session, Mr. Sean Bohr, Program Manager, Agricultural and Agro-Industrial Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, Mr. Ambassador Joseph Cox, Assistant Secretary General, Trade and Economic Integration of the CARICOM Secretariat, His Excellency Dr. Manuel Otero, Director General of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, His Excellency Dr. Julio Antonio Bedegue, Assistant Director General for Latin America and the Caribbean of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, Mr. Errington Thompson, President of the Agriculture Alliance of the Caribbean, the Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa, Minister of Agriculture, Guyana. I am Ignatius, the Chairman of the CARDI Board of Directors, and I have much pleasure in joining you this morning for the opening session of Caribbean Week of Agriculture. The Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, a secretariat member of the Alliance for Sustainable Development of Agriculture and the Rural Milieu, commonly referred to as the Alliance, is pleased to be associated with the planning and organizing of this 16th edition of the Caribbean Week of Agriculture. Since 1999, the CWA has been the premier event on the region's agriculture calendar, bringing together key decision makers and stakeholders from the public and private sectors to establish a common purpose towards repositioning agriculture and improving rural life. This year's theme, Transforming Our Food Systems, is indeed very relevant and timely as the region's food supply chains and agriculture industries have been hard hit by COVID-19 pandemic. The resulting fallout from the crises have led to unemployment, price fluctuations, surplus produce, and a shifting in consumption patterns from perishable produce to highly processed foods, further disrupting an already fragile food system was the occurrence of several natural disasters across member states: droughts in Belize, the eruption of the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, floods in Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago, and the recent earthquake in Haiti. This double crisis have impacted livelihoods, food and nutrition security, and pushed already vulnerable families further into poverty. The Caribbean food systems are vulnerable. Regional stakeholders must urgently think or rethink the way we produce and consume food. Clearly, we cannot continue with the business as usual approach. In rebuilding and repositioning the sector, focus must be placed on improving productivity, access and availability to safe, nutritious food, climate proofing, preventing food wastage, harnessing digital technologies, and value-added product development, amongst other areas. Research and development underpin this transformation. CARDI is committed to providing the science-based solutions to lead this transformation and reposition the sector. Increased funding for research and development is therefore crucial. This, along with expanded collaborations amongst key players, inclusive of the private sector, will change our current trajectory. Together, we can work to build productive, sustainable, competitive, and resilient food systems. Like many publicly funded organizations, one limiting factor for CARDI's expansion is the availability of finance. Core finances from member governments have been effectively frozen for over 30 years, and the allocation of core resources for operations is therefore minimal. However, we must never lose sight of the critical importance that CARDI has played, is playing, and would continue to play in the current regional environment, and that the financing gap should never be an overriding factor in moving forward. I would wish that one of the outcomes of this Caribbean Week of Agriculture would be that the heads would need to be aware of what is taking place within CARDI. Our premier research institute is in dire need of a lifeline if we are to reposition our agriculture. CARDI's strategy to generate recurrent income to address the financing shortfalls include: 1, a portion of the profits, 40%, generated by the Caribbean Agricultural Commercial Services Hub, CASH, CARDI's commercial subsidiary, will accrue to the Institute to supplement core income. CASH is in its early operational stages, but will take advantage of the opportunities generated by technologies developed by CARDI for the market. 2, establishment of a CARDI Foundation, an endowment fund from which investment income would supplement core funding. And 3, improvement of CARDI's systems that would allow for the generation of administrative fees for the management of externally funded projects located in the region. The Resource Mobilization Unit will continue to be vigilant for the opportunities of this nature, as well as opportunities for core benefits from external projects. During the week, feedback, sharing of experiences, and lessons learned from our diverse group of stakeholders will assist us in assessing our situation and help inform future actions that will benefit the Caribbean people. CARDI congratulates the CARICOM Secretariat on the successful launch of the Caribbean Week of Agriculture 2021, and we reaffirm our commitment to working with all stakeholders during the week and beyond to transform the region's food systems. Long live agriculture in the region. Long live the people of the Caribbean region. I thank you very much. Good morning.